Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Reactee, and today we're doing another Fright Night Friday, and it's another Grandma's Nightmares, 8 real life ghosts caught on camera, paranormal activity part 17. Now this one's a month and a bit old, so hopefully it's pretty good and not too many of repeats of things we've already seen, which a lot of them tend to be lately. But anyway, let's get into it.
This video comes from Deanna Boyce, a mother of two. Their home is full of cherished memories, but one in particular unsettles her. For months, her older daughter has insisted someone is inside her closet, often naming deceased relatives. Lately, she's been saying a bad man is there. Deanna considered having the house cleansed, and after the next footage, she knew it couldn't wait. Her daughter is asleep when this is recorded.
Okay, so this must be the closet door, and this must be the door to the hall. Um, they have different doorknobs. If it had been this one, it would have been easier to say maybe something fell off the out of the closet, hit the handle, and opened it. But this is one of those round ones that you have to twist. Um, those are harder to manipulate if you're not there. Um, that's a little weird. And the kids are like right over here, little play place underneath the bed. That's a cool bed. But I would not be able to sleep with that fan like whoop, 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 all night long. That would keep me up. That would keep me up. There's not even that much room in that closet. Like, what's that? Maybe a foot between the shelves? Not even. Like 6 inches, 5, 6 inches between the shelves and the door? That is weird. And the kid's been saying there's family members and stuff in there, and now there's a bad man. That's not good at all.
The closet door slowly, quietly opens on its own, as if trying not to wake the child. Deanna says no one could have been inside. There isn't enough space. Like many viewers, she believes something is interacting with her daughter. The incident still haunts her, suggesting whatever it is may be attached to the child.
Considering, like we've said many times in the past, children can see this stuff, it wouldn't surprise me at all if something was attached to the kid. It's a little scary to say, but that's weird. A weird video, so I don't know.
Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support. This next clip comes from Sean McAuliffe, who says he's lived in his house for 23 years and has seen unexplainable things since he was 14. He once dismissed it as his imagination, but repeated incidents made him reconsider. Of them all, this might be the creepiest. Late at night, while Sean is away, his bedroom camera starts tracking movement on its own, and then captures this.
Okay, that was kind of cool. I didn't know you could get home security cameras that did this, the movement tracker. There was nothing there. It was like zoomed in on a pile of clothes or something on a dresser, and then it moved over back over towards the door, and then there was a darker shadow here that just seems to have vanished. So that is really strange. And there's nobody home at the moment, so why is this TV on? But it also looks like there's some sort of light, maybe light from a street or something coming through this door, and there seems to be something moving behind it. That's strange too.
The camera faces forward as a dark figure peeks into view, slowly revealing more of itself. Just before it steps further out, the camera swings away. When it returns, the figure is gone. It's as if the shadow was curious about the camera, but retreated when it moved. Sean is both fascinated and terrified, but he's relieved to finally have footage he considers proof that something is in his home. As always, you be the judge. Genuine paranormal evidence, or something else entirely.
Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, it was there, then it poked out down here. That's the weirdest interaction I've ever seen with a camera. Again, if no one's there, I mean, it could just be someone breaking into the house and then hearing the camera, because that is a loud noise. It picks up its own motor noise when it moves, so it's loud. Yeah, but that's strange. That is strange.
A mother, Adrian Dakota, shared a clip that terrified her after reviewing her home security feed. She noticed something near her child's playpen. She zoomed in, replayed, and couldn't shake what she saw. Before this, Adrian had been documenting odd events at home, especially involving her kids' toys. You could call it a glitch or faulty toys, but this kept happening daily, one toy switching on after another. Around the same time, Adrian's daughter talked about a very tall imaginary friend who often appeared near the toys. While Adrian was in another room caring for her second child, something alarming appeared in the living room.
I thought that was a cat or something. Honestly, that looks so distorted and weird. Um, yeah, I don't know what that is. There's a few seconds there where it looks like a human face, but after that, it just looks like a mass of something.
A figure seems to peek from behind the empty playpen. Strangely, it resembles a small child, even though no one was there. moments earlier, a bowl fell from a shelf without cause. Adrian now wonders if the same presence is behind the other incidents. Nearly every occasion centers on her children's things. Was this the imaginary friend or something else entirely? For now, there's no clear answer.
When that bowl gets knocked off the shelf too, it looks like it lifts up on the front and then falls out and down. That was cool. But yeah, when before they slowed it down and zoomed in on that figure, I thought there was a cat back there. I was startled with the dish falling. But yeah, I didn't think that, because there was an animal, a dog on the couch right beside it, and a dog on the ground right beside it, and they didn't seem to react to it. So I figured it was another animal.
Father recently bought a second-hand doll he believed was worth far more than its price.
I get collecting dolls, but they're just creepy to me. Like, lifelike little figures, I don't like them. I mean, I do collect a lot of statues and plushies and stuff, but not dolls, not something humanish. The figures are humanish, but they're stationary. They can't move. So I'm not too worried about them. It's just things like dolls that can move around when you interact with them are a little iffy to me. I especially don't like them if they start moving on their own.
After bringing it home, odd things started. Late night noises and doors opening and closing by themselves. Suspecting the doll, James set up an auto-tracking camera in an empty room. For a few days, nothing unusual. Until one night the camera began panning as if tracking movement no one could see.
Not only is the room empty, but it's unfinished. There's wiring hanging out. I think I saw a panel or something up here missing from the ceiling, or a hole in the ceiling. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it doesn't. I guess that would be a perfect place to put a doll that you suspect is being haunted. I would suggest closing the door, maybe a line of salt or a crucifix if you believe that stuff. But yeah, that is a weird room to put a camera and a doll in.
Was the camera detecting something unseen, or just malfunctioning? 2 nights later, something changed James's mind. He wrote, "I've been leaving the closets open so no one thinks I'm hiding inside. I don't even know what to say." A dark, shapeless figure appears to dart out of James's bathroom and vanish. He now thinks this could be what the camera sensed earlier, and that it might be attached to the doll. He keeps filming at night.
Okay, that is a weird little mass. I thought it was maybe a cat or something at first, but no, that was a ball of something, and it just went. I don't know what's on the other side of that, from across from that bathroom, or if there's anything there at all, but it went into the wall and then just didn't reappear. That was weird. That was weird. This is a strange one too.
And soon records something even worse while he's asleep upstairs.
Why'd you do that, doll? Now I hate you even more. You just rotated or slumped back. I'm not sure which. I'd have to go back and look at it, because it looks like the position it's been in, but it moved for sure. Okay, that definitely moved. It was leaning forward and then flopped back when the camera came back to it. And I'm guessing he's doing work in this room, and that's the particles that keep flying in and out. I don't think those are ghost orbs, if anyone's wondering. I think those are just dust particles from whatever work this gentleman's doing in this room. If he's doing any at all. It could just be dust for being dust's sake.
The doll moves on its own for a few seconds, then stops. Shaken, James posts the footage online, unsure whether to keep the doll. Though locking it in that room seems wise. What do you think? Something paranormal, or another explanation? This next footage comes from Jack Steffens, who spent a night at what's often called the most haunted hotel in the US, the Biltmore Hotel in Providence, Rhode Island. Guests have long reported objects moving on their own and laughter from unseen parties. Jack experienced something similar. Late one evening while he was in bed, the bathroom door in his room slammed shut by itself. Minutes later, it opened, then immediately closed again. Shaken, Jack grabbed his camera.
I don't know what it is about hotels, but they seem to get a lot of hauntings. I think it's because in the past, most of them were grand manors or things of that nature, and often served multiple purposes. Like some hotels and restaurants turned into underground casinos or speakeasies during Prohibition, and some were even used as morgues. There's a couple smaller towns that have hotels and motels that were the biggest building in the town, and often had a cold room. So in the winter, if someone passed away, they would be stored at one of these bigger buildings with a cold room until spring, when they could be buried, which is creepy in and of itself. But then when you consider that a lot of these hotels are the center point or gathering point for a lot of these towns, it's even crazier, because the people who used to party there would often go back to party after they've passed away. So It seems strange, but hotels and motels hotels mostly, seem to get a lot of hauntings, which is crazy to me.
Alright, you can see that the bathroom is down there at the end of the hallway. The bathroom door is the one that has been slamming itself by apparently unseen forces. I'm going to stand here for a couple minutes. If it happens again, then I'm going to catch it on video. If it doesn't happen again, then I'm going to set my camera down and try to just let it sit there and wait and catch it when it happens. Did you see that?
How could you not see that? That is a slamming door in a hotel. I'm surprised he hasn't had the front desk called on him if it's doing it that loud, because that was loud. And most hotels are fairly thin walls. So yeah, the neighbors would definitely hear that and complain. That is strange.
It just did it again. I cannot believe I got that on video. I cannot believe I got that. There is nobody in this room except for me. That is the freakiest thing ever. There's nobody back here, right?
No cuts. He checked around the whole room. At least no cuts I could see. And there was nobody in there. So that is really strange. And you could see him in the mirror the whole time when he was looking at the door before it slammed. And he wasn't making a jerking motion with his hand or anything like he was pulling on a string. So that is the strangest thing I've ever seen. Biltmore. I'll have to check that one out.
The door suddenly slams as if someone forced it. Jack then shows the bathroom interior. No one is inside. Given the hotel's history, it looks like something unexplainable was caught on camera. What do you think?
Did you see that?
A man shared footage on social media showing a chilling event that took place late one night at his home in Pennsylvania. Two brothers were recording a silly Snapchat video, playing with a face morphing filter, when something terrifying happened.
These filters for Snapchat, Instagram, X, things of that nature, these are strange to begin with. Because often they'll pick up animals, statues, things of that nature in the backgrounds, and do the changes to them as well, which makes them hilarious. But this is going to be something creepy, I guarantee it. It's going to be annoyingly creepy because these guys are just playing around.
Oh, yo, I look like a YouTube guy. Yeah, yo, this video is sponsored by Metanoise, Metanoiz. I got my brother over here, y'all. I wish it did both of us, though.
Nah, I don't think it does.
Oh, it does.
Bro, you look like Michael Phelps. But why I look like the weed dealer from Harold and Kumar?
Oh, bro, you do. Bro, I'm not your bro. Does it work on the dog?
Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah, but Oh, it does. Yeah, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
What the fuck was that? I don't know, bro. That sounded mad close too. Like, what the fuck was that?
I'm fucking shaking, bro. Hello?
Hard.
There it is again. Shh. Hello?
Air conditioner.
No, it was like...
As Caden tries the filter on their small dog, Tempo, a strange sound comes from the living room. Moments later, loud footsteps charge toward them, and something knocks the camera out of Caden's hand. The brothers' YouTube channel focuses on music and podcasts, never anything paranormal. So, what really happened that night? Did they capture something supernatural on camera, and did their dog sense it before they did? What do you think?
Well, that's a ridiculous filter to begin with. That's hilarious, though. It made them look like made that one guy look like Michael Phelps. But yeah, the dog probably noticed before they did, because animals are super sensitive, which is probably why he's over silently sitting in the corner. But yeah, that was a full sprint right at him down the hall there, and nothing on the camera. And then the camera gets knocked out of his hand. That is insane. Yeah, if I didn't hear the footsteps of somebody running right at him, that would have been. I wouldn't have believed that. But that was craziness.
A man named Max Cortez from Austin, Texas, works as a concierge at the Gables Republic Square residential complex. Originally built in 1904 as a warehouse, the building was later converted into modern apartments. Most of its history remains unknown, but one late night, Max experienced something so disturbing that he called the building's security team to investigate.
Hello?
Warehouses are often similar to hotels, where things go on there that most people never ever hear about. Yeah, I don't know why it is, especially abandoned warehouses. Who was it? Admiral Byrd's son, the famous Admiral Byrd, who did all the South Pole expeditions and things of that nature for the U.S. Navy. His son apparently committed unaliving in a abandoned warehouse, and some people think it was for conspiracy reasons. Oh, Admiral Byrd found the edge of the world and wasn't allowed to talk about it, and neither was his son, so blah blah blah. But yeah, that's not something to joke about in that way. So, but warehouses again are just not nice places for the most part. If they've been abandoned for a while, there's usually lots of homeless people doing things in them, drugs, stuff like that, illegal activities, drug dealing, murder, things of that nature. It's not warehouses that are not good. I've never heard of any experiences for a warehouse that had been converted into living, into housing, which is a cool idea. More cities should do that. But let's see what's going on with this guy.
Hello? Hello? Oh, bro. Hello?
Is it the humming he's investigating? It sounds like there's humming Ring Around the Rosie. I have heard of warehouses being used to store the bodies of plague victims way back in the day. But until they could be buried in a mass grave or burned, whatever what happened to them. But that's seems like something that wouldn't happen in, I think they said, Texas. That's strange.
Hello? Hello? Jesus Christ.
What makes this incident even more unsettling is the strange humming sound, like a woman or child, that grows louder, as if something unseen is moving closer and closer to Max.
Hello? Hello?
When Max turns the corner, the humming seems to be right in front of him. He later has security check the area again, but no one is found, and the cameras show nothing unusual. So, did Max encounter something paranormal during his late shift? What do you think?
So it was the humming. That was loud. And judging by his voice when he yelled hello, it probably wasn't him. The octaves didn't seem appropriate. It definitely sounded more like a woman or a child. But yeah, that was crazy. And nothing got caught on anyone else's camera, or the security cameras. And security couldn't find anything out about it either. Apparently they didn't hear it. So that is creepy AF.
A construction worker and his boss are renovating an abandoned house when things take a very strange turn.
Gente, aquí están. Paramos para este cuarto que yo estoy escuchando cantazos y eso. Uy. Hay algo que está sonando por ahí, brother. Hola, ¿qué fue eso? Ay, papi. No, papá. No, chacho. Hay algo que... Compi. Mira, tú escuchas eso, ¿verdad? No, yo estoy asustado ya, compi. Hay algo que lleva rato sonando allá adentro y de momento, ¡pam!, dieron un cantazo.
Ya te digo que tú eres de estos tipos cobardes que te imaginas cosas, bro.
No, chacho, yo no puedo imaginar eso, compi.
¿Dónde?
No, y en el cuarto ese, que llevo rato escuchando cantar y pensaba que eras tú, y cuando yo vine a ver, tú estabas ahí tranquilo, recogiendo algunas cositas, y me de hecho sentí como si me hubieran tocado. No, chacho, yo estoy que no puedo ni hablar.
Peliculitas por la nochecita.
No, yo no veo películas de esas ya, compi. No, compi, escucha cómo suena.
So something's playing It's a Small World. And then apparently he got touched in there. This is a wild one already.
¿Estás escuchando eso? Por eso yo creo que yo desde lejos, o si acaso. Sí, estoy temblando, compi, yo no sé qué vaya. Cuidado, compi, que si yo algo estaba cogiendo, ¿sabes cómo es esto? No. Hija. Pero qué caramba es eso. Esa muñeca así. Como si estuviera mirando para abajo. Ay, bendito Dios, y sonando ya. Hola, me siento un calentón en este cuarto, compi, no me da. Pero como sigue sonando solo. No, y se mueve y todo. compi, ¿no?
Eso a lo mejor el perro lo quedan dueños por haber aguantado algo, alguien vino. Así la maldad, compi. Por eso tú no te puedes poner a darle 20 a eso, porque esos son.
So it's a doll hanging upside down by its leg from a rope, playing music. But generally, I guess it could be battery operated, but don't you have to wind dolls like that up? That's a little strange.
Son boberías.
No,
Ya, pero ven aquí.
que va a ver aquí.
Y ahí mira la computadora, ¿verdad? Por eso hay que sacarlo para botarlo.
Compi, pero ¿qué es eso, compi?
¿Ah?
Compi se movió. Compi se está moviendo, compi, ¿viste?
¿No va a ser el viento?
No, si se esquiva moviendo así viento, compi.
Muñeco feo.
Mira para allá.
Okay, that gave me chicken skin. That freaking freaky looking baby doll started wiggling and then it lunged forward, still hanging off a hanger. Oh, no, 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 no.
Working alone, the worker hears the unsettling melody from a nearby room. After a sudden loud bang, he calls his boss, and together they track the tune to a closet. Inside hangs an upside-down doll, arguably the creepiest plush you'll see, with a full baby image printed on it.
Yeah, that is a creepy plush. Oh my god. Yeah, and it looks like the image on it looks like a computer image of maybe a baby that's passed away. That's creepy. And then it just shoots across there.
As they investigate, it twitches and then suddenly lunges toward them. So is this genuine paranormal activity or a carefully and elaborate hoax? You decide.
And that was some more Grandma's Nightmares. That last one is gonna keep me up tonight, I guess. I think. That was not nice. Anyway, that was some more great clips collected by Grandma's Nightmares. And that'll do it for me for another Fright Night Friday. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. It helps out the channel. Do the same over at Grandma's Nightmares. These are some good videos, and I think I will keep watching them. Although, like I said, this one's a month old now, so I might have to go a little bit further back. I don't want to get any of the new stuff. I want everything to get natural. All of Grandma's Nightmares videos to get natural views. I don't want to inflate numbers. So I will try to keep this in the rotation. I like these, and for some reason I actually like the AI grandma voice. I don't mind that at all. It's better than some of the other voices on some of these videos. But that'll do it for me. We'll catch you next week for another Fright Night Friday. Bye-bye.